They're saying, what the hell are they doing?
Hello! Welcome to the CraftStash live broadcast with special guest Christina Griffiths!
Hi!
She wanted to pop out from behind the little rectal message. Hooray! You're the best. We're so excited to have Christina Griffiths in the house. Hooray for an awesome Facebook Live broadcast. We're going to have demonstrations, prizes.
Yes.
More demonstrations, inspiration.
Lots and lots of nice things to give away.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah, very well.
You've been busy.
I've been very busy, yeah. I'm going to be even more busy in a couple of weeks.
You have like collections upon collections.
I do.
Coming out, being released.
When I started, I put all my dies in a big box, and they just filled a little bit. Now I'm needing another box to get them all in because there's been no room in my craft room for me in a bit.
Oh, I know. And then
I have to move house.
I don't know if anybody has seen Christina's craft room, but she has a magnetic wall behind her with all of her dies. You're gonna need like another section of your craft room for all your dies. So we're really excited about today's show because we're going to be talking about your last collection, which was the Lacy collection. Beautiful. And then we've also just announced the A5 collection.
Which again is beautiful. There's so much in each of these sets. It's
huge.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And we also have prizes. So lots to do in our hour together. If you would be so kind as to tag and share this broadcast with your friends in your crafty groups if you're allowed. So, and also tag your friends who might not be able to watch live because I will be able to, I'm going to share how to enter the giveaway. So there's 4 chances to win today. 3 prizes will be given away on air, and then there's 1 chance to win on the blog all weekend long on the CraftStash blog. So super excited for today. Hooray. Let me say hello to some people. Also, we have some questions for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I just hope I can answer them all.
Yeah, I think you will. So let's start off with a little question from Mrs. Stationery and Stuff. She would like to know if you ever get crafter's block.
Yeah, I'm just the same as everybody else. Yes, I do. And then I either go onto YouTube and have a see what's going on there or look through the magazines and see what inspiration I can get there. But it never lasts for long. I can soon pick up some card and just play. Basically, just play, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes me feel better that you get crafter's block too. All right, and one more question before we move on. Where do you get your inspiration from? Or what inspires you?
Everywhere. Colour schemes from nature, because you get a lot of colours and people say, pink and blue or blue and green don't go. But you've only got to look in your garden to see blue flowers with green leaves and they look absolutely beautiful.
Aww.
So yeah, everywhere. Different colour swatches in fabrics and dresses and, anything, anywhere.
Nice. Thank you for that. And those were questions from Mrs. Stationery and Stuff, one of our YouTube viewers, because we just wanted to see if anybody had
Can I just say that I
you.
also get crafter's block when it comes to ironing, housework, not just making cards.
Ironing.
Oh, I hate ironing. Hate it.
Let's say hello to some people. So we have Pooja watching from Dublin. She says hi, Jeanette and Christina.
Hello.
Maria Robert says hello. Danny Hutch, Susan Pollock, Charlie P, Bessie B, Swissomatic is watching from Berlin, Germany.
Oh.
Mary Smith.
A lot of these names are familiar
Yeah.
because they come onto my blog.
Oh yes, and your YouTube channel.
And they tell me, Sue Pollock said to me, I'm going to be watching you today. So hi, Sue.
Nice. And where can everybody else find you? Tell them about your blog and your channel.
You can find me at Flowers, Ribbons and Pearls, which was a light bulb moment when I wanted to name the blog. I'm at cardmakingmagic.com, which is my website. And you can also find me on YouTube, and I am Christina1716. But if you put in Christina Griffiths, you'll find me everywhere.
Find her everywhere.
You will, you can't escape me.
There we are. I was trying to find us on Facebook. Hooray! So we have Sue Boyd, Tara Gurian, Sheila Howells from Derbyshire, Amy Mason, Sue Nicholson, Linda Daffy, Faith Berry, So many people. Hello, Debbie and Helen and Shirley, Caroline, and Mary. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
So happy you could join us. All right. So let's talk about the Lacy collection, which was sold out. Some of the things were sold out on Canada. They are absolutely stunning. My favorite is one of the prizes today, which is the Lacy nested circle.
Do you want me to hold it?
Oh, I was going to show it on the close-up cam. Oh, you can
Beautiful
see it
die,
there. Yeah.
and really big. That fancy circle is quite a big one.
And there's a card that Christina has made, and it's a it goes with the 6x6 box.
It'll go on anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can put it on anything.
Yeah.
But it was designed to coordinate with the 6x6. And that's going to be one of our prizes today. For one lucky person on air is going to get the 6x6 card box kit and the layered circles, the Lacy nested circles. Excited for that. I'm going to set that aside so that I don't forget. But there's also like extra little, what do you call them? Add-ons. So we have the flourish and the swirls. There we go. Those have to be my favorite. They're just like really delicate little pieces to add to your cards.
Yes, they are. The daisy flourish, isn't it? And the
the
early swirls. And all the little dots on those circles are where you can add your pearls. On the flourishes themselves, you can add your pearls in there.
Right there, all these little dots.
Yeah.
There's lots of inspiration on the CraftStash website, and this is one of our prizes, our on-air prizes.
Oh, right.
Second prize, yay! And then you also have, in the Lacy collection, you have some sentiment dies, and you also have sentiment stamps, and the ribbon dies, the Lacy ribbon dies.
Yes, there's 3.
So you have 3 of those. And I can't find the other ones. Oh, there they are.
I know.
Oh, I'm missing one. All right. Gorgeous dies. What would you do with these guys, Christina? How have you used them?
Oh, I love those. You can cut them into your card to make a pattern, or you can use the outer border down one side and cut it, and then move the outer border to the other side, and that will cut it out of your card, like the red one across the top.
You've used that there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty die, that.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. So we are giving away the third prize to be won on air is going to be one of the ribbons, and then one of the sentiment stamps. Lots of sentiments on here.
Yeah, there are some really nice ones.
Yeah, we can't go through all of them because we want to make sure to give you plenty of time for your demos.
You can't go through all of them.
Yeah.
But can I just tell you that if you put that "Be strong, be brave" on the front of your card, that little verse underneath which says being brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. Being brave means that you do not let fear win. That can go on the inside of your card.
Ooh.
So you can finish your card off completely there.
Let me show that on the close-up. So lots of sentiments included. And there's 2 sets to pick from as well. And then we have some sentiments. So birthday, wishes, and thinking about you. And all of this coordinates so well. Absolutely gorgeous.
They do, and these are in 2 parts, don't forget, because you've got your backing piece that you can cut out in a colour, or as I like to do, cut it out in vellum.
Oh, right.
And then add your letters,
which
your words
you did here.
to the top.
Sorry, Sean. Thank you, Sean, helping us behind the scenes. So there is the birthday wishes sentiment, and you cut it from vellum. And then you also used another die set there from the Lacy collection, which is, where is it? So many dies.
Is that it?
It's this one. It is. So that was the card I just showed you.
Yes, that.
Yeah. So that was the Lacy nested rectangle.
On the edge.
A2 size. Let me show that one more time. Sorry. Beautiful. And these are like nested dies, so they layer.
Yes, they do.
Perfectly.
And although it says this set is designed, and I think it shows you on the back.
Yeah.
It shows you on the back the set that it will marry up with, that it will match. But you don't have to stick to that size. You can put this A2 size on a 5x7 card. You can even put it on a a 6x6 card.
Right.
You just move it along, or you cut it up, or you do what you want with it.
Beautiful. And so then, sorry, I got sidetracked, but this is the third prize bundle up for grabs. So you get one of the ribbon dies, the birthday wishes sentiment, and then the stamp, one of the stamp sets.
Fabulous.
3 lucky people, and I will tell you how to win. Enter that giveaway in just a bit. Let me set the prizes aside so I don't get them all confused. But I wanted to move on to the A5 collection.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing, this. It really is.
It's so big, guys.
It's huge.
It's huge. And there are also nested dies in this. So we have an oval set, we have the rectangular set as well, we have the ornate rectangle as well, a petunia wrap edge die, and that one, oh sorry, that's one, another one, and the oval swirls.
Yes, the oval swirls.
Yeah.
That's the nesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's from the Lacy collection.
Yeah.
So many beautiful dies. And you can see those all on the CraftStash website, and we actually have an amazing offer going on. So if you spend over £30 on the Lacy collection or the new A5 collection, then you can save 10% at checkout.
Yes.
Amazing. So I wanted to show you some inspiration for the A5, the new A5. So we can start off with this one. This was really fun to make. So this is using the oval scrolls and the nested ovals, and also the flowers. Which, are you going to use the flowers today? The rose flourish?
No, I'm going to use what's in the actual box set.
Right. So this is part of the new A5 collection. So those are those flowers there you see.
But I have used them.
Yeah.
On that yellow one
yeah,
there. That one, that's it.
This one.
That is using that. No, that one.
Yep. And this is the A5 box that you use. Gorgeous. Tell us more about it. Tell us everything you did to this beautiful card.
Oh, I cut it with the the card die. I've cut my layers also from the box set. I've cut the leaves from that rose one, and I've used a flower shaper to shape all my petals before I've glued them all together. But I also found some stamens in my little stash, and I've put those into the centre, and then I've glittered them all along the edges.
Nice.
And they look really pretty.
They do. They look gorgeous. Can you hand me that birthday wishes card over there? Because I wanted to show everybody something. So this is one that I made using the rose flourish set. So this one. But notice that Christina did hers in brown and then added the pearls, and then I just did mine in white. It's the same die, but it's very different.
You can use your imagination and do whatever you want. Look how different the flowers are.
I know, yeah.
But they're so pretty. Whichever way you do them, you can make them shape to whichever style you want, and they'll look pretty whatever they are. That's really nice. That pink one is lovely.
Christina, this is your card and this is my card. They're friends.
A bit like us then.
Yeah. So I use the nested ovals, the new A5 nested ovals in this one. So that's this gorgeous here. Easy. You know what I love about the nesting ovals is that you don't have to worry about like matting and layering and getting them perfectly. No. You get so many dies included. You do. There's an awful lot of dies in that set. Yes.
You can use them all as mats and layers, or you can create some beautiful frames.
Yeah, so we've got the nested ovals and the nested rectangles.
And there are so many dies in these sets. This one, I put all this one onto a magnetic sheet, and they're just layered, die after die after die. There's about 13 in the pack.
I know.
But they're amazing. Absolutely.
I want to open it just so you can see.
Yeah, but they've all moved about now.
Yeah.
When they're on that magnetic sheet, they look. There's so many.
So many guys. So many. So you can see them all on the website, craftstash.co.uk or craftstash.us.
And I will be doing some videos with them.
Nice.
To show people how they can use them. They're amazing.
14 dies in the nested rectangles. And I believe there's 13 in the ovals. So lots to do.
People are struggling to watch on Facebook, so we can tell them to go to
YouTube. Oh no. Okay, that's strange. So I guess we're having trouble on Facebook. Maybe it'll come back. I'm not sure. But we don't seem to be having any troubles on our YouTube channel. So you can head to the CraftStash YouTube channel and catch the broadcast there, because it seems to be timing out on Facebook, which is very, very strange. But we will carry on. Thank you, Shauna, for letting us know. All right, and then I think I didn't mention the last prize, which is the prize that's going to be up for grabs on the blog all weekend long up until Sunday at midnight. So the blog prize is a A5 bundle. So you get the complete A5 new basket.
That's amazing.
So many things, as you're going to see Christina's demonstration in just a bit. And you'll also get the nested ovals and the rose. No, sorry, not the rose flourishes, the oval schools.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's amazing. It's a really good prize, and you'll be surprised at the size of that box die.
Yes. And did we show all the inspiration that we have here in front of us? I don't think we did.
I don't know, we knocked it all over.
I know, we did. So this one is from, let's see, that's the new A5, and that is the ornate rectangles.
That is, let's have a look, Jeanette, that's that card.
Yep.
And I've just used the die to create the card.
And that one as well. Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, Christina. Like, how did you, like, yeah, where do you pick the colors for this? Do you know what I mean? Where do you get your...
Oh, I like pale
Inspiration.
lemon and lilac. They always go nice together. And the dark green just sets the flowers off. But that to me is a really nice combination.
It is.
And I like pale pink and pale lemon as well. That's another nice combination.
I just don't know if I would have known that purple and yellow goes together. So really.
It depends on the shades that you're putting together.
Mm-hmm.
You need to, I like to stick to pastel colours. They nearly always work together.
Here's one more using the ornate rectangles, also new from the A5 collection. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's that one.
Now you see somebody there, have you done that one?
No, it was Ruth.
Ruth's done that, but she's put the ornate rectangles on the top of the card base, whereas with that one, I just used it all to create the card base itself.
Yeah, so this is the same set.
Yes.
We use the same set to create these cards, and look how versatile it is.
Yeah,
So
but
many
I've always
different
said you give two people exactly the same set of dies and they'll come up with something completely different.
I know, it's so cool. And this one I wanted to show. This is the petunia band, which is here somewhere. There it is, the petunia wrap. So that's that one. And there I've used it to wrap the front of that card. But then you can also break it up down the middle, just trim it in half and add a sentiment.
Pretty.
Thank you. All right, so if you are having trouble watching us on Facebook, please head to the CraftStash YouTube channel. You can head over there. People are still commenting on Facebook, so hopefully everything is okay and fixed. So let me tell you how to enter the giveaways, so then that way we can jump right into Christina's demonstrations. We don't want to miss those. So to enter the giveaway, you have to answer the question in the comments. Since we were talking about the Lacy ribbons that are, ouchie. Oh no! What happened?
This is not me.
I'm sorry. Did I put
This
the
is
glue?
Jeanette. She's
Did I
put the
put
glue gun on
too
top of the
close
glue
to
stick.
Did I?
And it's melted it.
I'm sorry. As long as you didn't get burnt or hurt.
No.
Oh, they're down here. So we have the ribbon dies from the Lacy collection. And there's 3, and I didn't bring one with me. Sorry. There's a 3rd design. So the question for the giveaway is, how would you use these dies in a project? What would you do? Describe that project to us in a comment, and that will enter you into the giveaway for a chance to win one of 3 prize bundles, which I showed earlier, Card Making Magic Lacy collection bundles, up for grabs, and we will announce the winner at the end of the broadcast. Yeah, so Christina.
Right.
Over to you. What are you going to show us today?
I want to show people exactly what is in that A5 box set and what it cuts. So if you can get the dies out, can we put them on here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's start with the biggest one, the box. Okay. Right, so we need to take them out, Jeanette, and we'll pop them back in there when we've finished. Okay. So this is absolutely huge, and it will go through your A5 cutting, your A4 cutting platform, right? And you'll need 2 of them to make the box where it's folded in at the top, or you get the separate base and the lid. You'll need 2 of them.
And now, these have the score lines when you cut them.
They do. The next one is a mat. It's a stitched mat, and that will, if you cut that twice, that will give you your card base. So you need then to score one of these back by 1/2 inch and then glue them along that fold together, and that will give you your card. Okay. The next one down is another stitched mat, and that will give you a layer that will sit on the front of your card. I hope you can see these different colours because it's all very pale. So the next one down after that is again another stitched mat, and that will give you another layer that you can add to your card, or you can use the trellis. Now if you use the trellis, both parts to the trellis, what you will get, there's your both parts. Once your outer cutting edge, this is the bit that stays in your card. You will get that. Now if you wanted to keep that in your card, you can just run that through without the cutting edge, and that will give you that pattern in your cards. So let's go back to the layers. Okay, so there's your trellis.
There's so many dies in here.
There are.
22-piece die set.
Absolutely amazing. So now you have another layer that will give you your scalloped edge, and obviously you're not going to put your scalloped edge over the top of your panel. You'll decide which you want first. And then last but not least, in these we have another stitched mat that sits in there. So you've got lots of matting and layering that you can add to your cards there. And if you use the outer edge to your trellis die by itself, you will create another mat that you can add under your trellis. And if it's a different colour, let me just show you there, look, then obviously your different colour will show through. Yes, so you've got lots of choices with it.
That's what I did on this one that I forgot to share, sorry. So yep, use the trellis and then did a brighter color on the back so that you can really see that gorgeous design. And it also comes with a sentiment die as well.
Yes, it does.
You're going to show that to us.
Yes, I am. So that's the back part to your sentiment die. You can cut that from a colour or from vellum. That's entirely up to you. And then when you add your words to the top, let's just take them out, make sure we don't lose any. When you cut these out, it says on your special day, and that's what you will get. Really pretty die. Yes. Now this one will cut you this border, and I cut 4 because I might want to use them on the edge of the card or on the box to decorate it, but I've got 4 of those, and that will just cut out of your card. But because there's no end edges on them, you can move your die further down and you can extend that for your scrapbook page as long as you want it. So that's that die. This is your little banner die, and some sentiments are thin enough to go on that. So that's your little banner die. Let's put that with that one. This one, now I had another piece with this on it. Jeanette, do you know where it's gone?
Is it this one? No, I just know it goes.
Oh, there it is. I've got it. Right. If you use this die on its own, and this is the smaller one that's in the pack, so it's this one here. If you use that one on its own, it will keep the pattern in the card. If you use it with this cutting edge, so that it marries up with the peaks on that side, it will cut out of your card on the side where you have the cutting edge. Again, there are no...
Can you show us how to do that?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so everybody can see how easy it is.
Okay, there are no end pieces on this, so you just need to marry it up in your card with your cutting edge, and that will extend your pattern for you.
We've got your Spellbinders platinum machine that you love.
Can you turn it the other way? Because I'm
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
So she's going to show us how easy it is to make that edge. And here are your plates.
Okay, where's the little cutting edge? There it is. Okay, I'll cut it first on its own so that you can see how it stays in the card. Okay. But again, it's such a useful little die, and you've got so much choice in this set that it's, you know, you can, the world's your oyster. You can do it.
Yeah. You might miss what it does. Do you know what I mean? Like people might miss.
Yeah, look at it and think, well, what am I going to use that for?
Yeah.
But that's your pattern cut into the card with that little die.
Beautiful.
Now, you've also got this little cutting edge, and again, that's another one that you think, well, what am I going to use that with? Yeah. But if you put that around the edge of your die,
well, you need some washi tape with that.
just a little bit, then it doesn't move. And with this, can you see?
Yeah.
You can make this as deep as you want. So if you wanted a really deep edge on it, you can cut it out there. If you wanted a thin edge, you can put it right up to the die cut.
Nice. Sorry, I'm struggling with my washi tape.
Okay. Is it sticky? Very
It
sticky.
is a little sticky.
Can I have a bit more
Yeah.
for the other side?
There you go.
Thank you very much. Okay. Right, so we'll run that through again.
Now for these little itty bitty dies in the set, you don't need the A4 sized machine.
No, the only thing throughout all the collections that you need an A4 size machine for is the actual box. And can I just say, people are asking me, when am I going to bring out an 8x8 box? And I keep telling them, I'm not, because you can't get a die cutting machine that's big enough. This mouth is only 8 inches, and to make an 8x8 box, you would need to make your die, to get it 1 inch sides.
Yeah.
You would need to make your die at least 10 inches wide.
It would have to be the
and it
6
won't
Pro.
go through.
The 6 Pro is
Well, that goes
12 by 12.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, then you'd have to get one of them. Okay, so there it's cut it. Oh, sorry. There it is cut. It's still in the card, but you can use this now as a really pretty border if you just cut that out.
Such a versatile die set.
It is.
You know what I love about it is that you get your card, obviously you can make a card and then you can make your box that matches, that coordinates. Do you know what I mean? It's just like perfectly
Okay,
well done.
can we move this again now and then we can...
Yeah, I just wanted to show, so this is a card that I made with the A5 box kit and then the box, the coordinating box.
Really pretty. Such a nice set.
Yeah. Sorry, let me move that out of the way.
Okay, so let's go on now and look at what else the dies do. So we've got all them. Now your flowers are in, there's 4 parts to your flowers. So you get that one, that one, that one, and this is one of the ones that we lost. One of those little centerpieces. And once you've curled those with your flower shaper, you can stack them all together, you can ink the edges, you can use coloured paper, you can stamp a pattern on them if you want to. It's up to you, you can do what you want with your flowers. And that is how that will come together, okay? And then around there, let me just get these out of the way. Oh, just put them on that glue gun. around there you've got the leaves. So you've got these leaves, which is that piece. And we have these leaves that you can add to your design there. We've
just
got
either of the flowers that I've used on there.
And there's your stems, with your flowers on it. And this little leaf is that die. So once you've added all these together under your flower, you can make a really pretty display. You know, and once they're all shaped, they look really nice together.
Everyone's saying how much like you could do with these.
Oh, it's amazing what you can do with them.
Oh, we have a question. That's
Yeah.
all right. Louise Noor wants to know, what card GSM do you use? She says she always tears her flowers.
Well, this is, I think this is about a 265, but when I'm making most of my cards, I use a 300 GSM.
Okay.
But I don't think I'd make flowers out of one that stiff, because you need to be able to get some shape into it. Do you use a flower shaping tool, and do you use it on a sponge mat? Because if you've got an old mouse mat, that would do. And then shape some flowers, some shape into your petals. So I haven't got a mouse mat, but we'll just show you this way. So all I'm doing, look, is just rubbing around the edge. And then I'm going to turn it over and push it in the middle. There, that's one piece. Now I'm going to do the same with this. So I'm just going to shape it around the edges. And then we'll push that into the middle. Now on some of my flowers, I've added a lot more than just these 4 pieces to make them really full. And it was on that yellow one that we had. That one. No, not that one. The yellow flowers.
No.
It's around somewhere.
We're surrounded.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's this one. Is it this one here? Maybe?
Yeah, let me just, no, it's this one.
Oh, there it is.
These flowers are done the same way, but I've added all the layers that you can cut out. I've added them all together. So then you can glue that in place. You can glue that in place. And with these, I've just actually used like a fabric stamens. And then once your flowers and your leaves are added onto your card, it makes a lovely display.
Sue Nicholson says, what a great tip, using the mouse mat to shape. Yes, thank you. Or also, if you don't have a mouse mat, you can use your hand like you just showed.
You can, but it's better if you've got a mouse
Yeah.
mat. It's much easier if you've got a mouse mat.
Linda Daffy has a question. What glue would you use to glue the layers of your flowers together?
Oh, Cosmic Shimmer. Cosmic Shimmer. My favourite glue. Cosmic Shimmer dries clear. It doesn't warp your card, you don't need a lot of it, and it sticks like glue.
Nice.
Okay, so let's get back to this. This floral piece, this flourish piece rather, will cut you these. So you can cut 4 of these and add them into your corners. But you've also got on these little curlies on the end, and you can link those together. And they make a really pretty, let me move it further up for you. They make a really pretty square on your card. So we're just going to link those together. You can link them any way you want, but this really makes use of what you've got. So we can add that in there. We can add that in there when I can pick it up. Put that in there. Obviously you'd glue it, because each time I'm picking it up it's falling to pieces. It wouldn't if you glued it. So there you've got a really nice display for your card. And it's just using your corner pieces together.
So again, this magical die set, 22 pieces,
Yeah.
in a complete A5 box kit.
So although they are corner pieces, it doesn't mean, it's not written in stone. You don't have to use them as corner pieces. You can play and you can add them in lots of different ways, and that again would make another nice centerpiece for your card.
Ooh, gorgeous. Is that what you do? Like when you get a die set, do you cut it out a bunch
Yes.
of times and just kind of...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cut it out loads of times. It doesn't have to be an expensive card. And just play and see what you come up with and how you can put things together. And if you look into this is that long die there. This one has, when you push out the things, it's got some really pretty hearts in the middle of it. So that's another thing you can use on your card.
Gorgeous.
There's lots and lots you can do with it.
And then also, because these are layered dies, you can cut them so that
you can
make all these frames as well.
You can use them and cut all your frames.
With like even a scalloped edge, because we do have that one here that's
scalloped. Yeah, there they are. Look, they're all cut together as frames.
So cool.
So that's that. That came out of there.
So once you die cut these, you're definitely going to want to save the excess, the borders.
Yeah.
And make some frames.
Yeah, and again, like I say, all these little hearts in there, don't throw them away, keep them, because they make a nice filler for shaker cards.
Nice.
Or confetti.
Gorgeous.
So I think that's just about every die now that we've got. Oh no, we've got these little hinges, these are. And that is this piece. And that is when you make your box in two separate things with a base and a lid. You're going to make your base, you're going to put your lid on the top first before you glue your edges, and then you can use these as decoration around the corners.
Beautiful.
And that's lovely, and especially if you do it in like silver mirror card, it looks like metal. So you would do that around all four sides.
Wonderful.
So I think that tells you just about everything that's in that, and that's just in one die set.
I know.
And you've got all this to play with.
So I'm going to clear this away because we're gonna prepare for your next demonstration, which is going to be with the Lacy collection. And again, I wanted to mention that awesome offer where if you spend over £30 on either the Lacy collection or the new A5 collection, you will get 10% off. Amazing. What are you going to show us, Christina, with your Lacy collection?
I can't remember what I've done, do you know? Oh, there's a dial.
Thank you.
Now I've got a plastic bag to put all this in, but I don't know where I've put it.
I can just move them to the side.
I bet
you're all right.
No. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I should have counted them to make sure that there's 22 in there, because we might be missing one that's like fallen or something. Amazing. You guys make sure to check out the new A5 collection.
You won't be disappointed. It's beautiful. Right, I'll just pop these on there because I need the bag for them, and that will be a card on a film when I get home.
And don't forget to check out the CraftStash blog for a chance to win some of the A5 collection.
Right.
Yay! Next demo.
So we've got the daisy one, the daisy.
Flourish.
Yeah.
Which is one of the prizes. There we go. So many dies. There it is. Oh no, that's the new one. Found it.
There we are. So we've got our card, and I like to keep the fold at the top. I've created a gold mat that will sit on there, and then I've created a cream one. I can't pick it up, you know, I've got no nails left.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So now we've got a cream mat that sits on there, and we've got another gold mat that sits on there. As you can tell, I like lots of layers on my card.
It really makes a difference though.
Yes, it does. So let's just glue these in place. Now, you asked about my favourite glue. That's all I've put on there, and that will hold that in place perfectly. So we'll just put that on there and we'll get it the right way around. Okay. Now, if I was at home, I would add foam under that, and I haven't bought it. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to pop that on there. And then we'll pop that on there. And like, have you no foam tape? We're not got any.
Let me see. I might do. Oh, it's not very deep. Do you know what I mean? Unless you want to double it up. What do you think?
We'll just have it.
Did you just use your nail?
Yeah, it's done when I've got a nail on.
Sorry, let's just move.
That stretch. Look at that one.
Nice. So a little foam tape to add some dimension.
Yeah. I use a lot thicker foam tape to make it really stand up because I do like my layers.
Diane Cross is asking, would any of these dies cut through thinnish fabrics?
Yes, they will. They'll also cut through denim. So if you've got old pairs of jeans that you want to make a flower out of or a layer for your cards, try that.
Ooh, get a little texture.
Yeah, I've cut Hessian, I've cut organza, cotton fabric. I mean, obviously it's not going to be thick cotton fabric, but a really nice floral fabric would, you know, I had a really nice thin one and that created a beautiful card. I can't get that off, Jeanette. Can you get that off?
Probably, I think so. Oh, we've got a little peeling. All right, so, and then you have the rest of the flowers that you've die cut.
Yeah. There we
Got
go.
it.
Oh, it's stuck to your finger.
There it goes.
Okay, so we're now going to pop that on there and that leaves a small border again around the sides. Now with this one, I cut this out of the scalloped one, but I've used the border die to cut the pattern in the card. And I'm just going to add that to the front of here. Now again, with foam pads underneath it, it would leave a depth so that you can see the shadow through the card. But we've no proper foam tape, so we'll just have to add this. Okay, so that's going to go on there. There it goes. Now, from that board, have you not got that?
Which one?
Ribbon.
Oh, the ribbon, I do.
Yeah.
I believe I do. Somewhere here. Ribbons. Was it?
There it is, that's the one. From this little zigzag die and the gold card, I've cut some little borders out and I'm going to glue those onto my card. So we'll put one there and we'll put one there. And that just enhances the pattern that's been cut into the card. So we'll just pop that along there and we'll trim the edges off in a second. But that's a piece of advice I would give to anybody. When you get your dies, cut all your dies, all your pieces out of a bit of spare card that you know, it's not your best card. And then just play and see which piece goes with what and what can I add this to and how can I trim that down, and just enjoy yourself. That's what it's all about, just enjoy yourself.
Have a play and experiment.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, now I've cut the sentiment birthday wishes, and what I've done with this is I've cut it twice. So I'm just going to add this to my vellum layer.
That's that one, sorry. The
Yeah.
birthday sentence.
Birthday wishes.
Birthday wishes.
Now the beauty of this glue is it does exactly what it says on the tin. It dries clear. So although I've got white on there, it won't stay white. It will dry clear. And that then can be added to your card. So let's just add this piece in. Because your sentiments always seem to look nicer when they are doubled up or even trebled up. It just gives you a better layer.
Sorry, I scratched you. You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Diana Cross says, this is amazing. She's getting so much inspiration.
Oh, God.
And she also, Pooja says that she imagines this card as a wedding invitation.
This one?
Yeah.
No, it's got birthday wishes on it.
But
you
just
could
the
make
head,
it, yeah. Because there is a die in the collection that says, on your special day. So what could be better? Okay, now with that daisy flourish, you can cut it in green, you can cut it in gold, or you can use some patterned paper to cut it. So I think we'll use the 2 green ones, and we're going to add these in the corner at the top.
I love this daisy flourish.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so we're going to add that up there, and we'll just put a little bit of glue under the last leaf just to hold that in place, and this one. Now again, if you're at home and you've got foam pads, put little bits of foam pads underneath it, and that will just raise it up a little bit from your card, and it just gives that little bit more depth to what it is you want to do. Okay, so we'll leave some room now for our sentiment to go in there, and we'll stick that along there, and it will, as I say, it will dry clear, so don't worry about it. And now we've got our flowers. So I'm not going to shape all these, Jeanette, I'm just going to add them together, and then we can just pop them on our card. But if you've got more time, add some shape to them, and they look so much nicer when you do that.
Judith Graham says that she's really loving all of this collection. Christina sure has the magic touch in card making. You do.
Thank you.
That's such a great comment. Love it.
It's such a beautiful collection though. You won't be disappointed with any of it. And I will be doing lots and lots of videos to show you all the latest pieces, and especially with that 5x5, that A5 box. Okay, so we'll put one there, and we'll add a leaf underneath it there.
Tom McCormick and I just lost it. Oh, what happened? Where'd it go? Oh, Tom McCormick and Jennifer McMullins are watching. They've joined us. Thank you so much for watching. And a quick shout out to Tom McCormick, whose birthday it was.
Happy birthday!
It was yesterday.
Yesterday!
Happy birthday, Tom. Tom is a long-time viewer, so
yeah.
Just a little shout out. Hope you had a great day. Sorry, Christina.
That's all right.
Oh. And all these little beautiful flowers come in the Daisy Flourish set.
They do.
Which is one of our prizes today. Hooray! So many prizes up for grabs. Now, if you are watching Christina's demonstration, you can still enter that giveaway. So the giveaway question is, how would you use the card making magic ribbon dies? So here's one for an example. How would you use that in a project? Let us know.
You can also thread ribbon through those, and that looks really pretty as well. So we'll pop a leaf here.
Love all these little flourishes.
They're lovely, aren't they? Mm-hmm. And it's in the other set where you can add the gemstones or your pearls to it.
Yes, I know what you're talking about from the new A5 collection,
yes.
The Rose Flourish.
Yeah. So let's just add one more flower.
Is that your life motto? Let's just add one more flower to our cards.
Well, yeah, I make a card, and this is what I do. I make a card and I look at it and I think, well, yeah, it's okay, but it could do with a bit here and perhaps a little bit there. I wonder what it would look like with a bow. And I go on and on and on, and I
love it.
Never know when to stop.
Well, that's how you get these gorgeous cards. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sometimes I start off, and I haven't a clue what I'm doing. It just develops as I go along.
Don't believe that for a second.
It's true. It just develops as I go along. Right, so we'll now pop this in there. And for some reason, and you can ask a florist, they will tell you the same thing, cards look better with odd numbers. Don't just put 2 on.
Right, I see that here. So use 3
Put
flowers.
3 on, yeah, or 5. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just
like the odd, something about odd numbers, huh?
Yeah, that's got odd numbers.
Yeah, 5. I used 5 on there too.
Yeah. I don't know why it does it, but it just always looks better.
It's
so
probably
now
like pleasing
to
to our eye for some reason.
Yeah. I think the word is eclectic.
I forgot to show this one, Christina, and I'm very sad about it.
What?
Sorry, this one. So this is from I just found this card. Thanks, Shauna. So that's a new one from the A5 collection. That is the oval, where'd it go? I think it's the oval flourish. But yeah, look at that. That's
So
where you
simple.
Put those pearls. You put those pearls on there.
Yeah, it's so simple to make. And I just thought, I know we don't like making them, but that would make a really nice sympathy card, wouldn't it?
Good, yeah, it's very elegant, simple.
So now you can always just pull the petals up on your flower. But of course, if you're going to put this in an envelope or a box, well, an envelope, they would get squashed again. So you'd have to tell your recipient to just perk up the petals a little bit. There you go.
Sorry.
There you
It's the
go.
oval scrolls. Beautiful.
So
Are you
simple.
done?
Yeah.
Let's show that on the close.
You can add as much more if you want to. There's, you know, but all the bits that you've got left, don't throw away. You can always use them on another card.
So this card is, everything that she used on this card was from the Lacy collection. And don't forget to spend, if you spend over £30 on the Lacy collection or the new A5 collection, you can save 10%. That's gorgeous, Christina.
Very simple.
I love this. Tell me what you would do with all these little scrappy bits you have there.
Well, whenever I've got a pile of off-cuts, die cuts
Yeah.
that I've got left over, I
Do you
kind
store
of
them somewhere?
I do. I keep them all in a box, and then I kind of challenge myself. So, you know, you've got all these left. What are you going to do with them? So I think, well, we'll just have a play and see what happens, and then you can always transfer that to a card. You know, so you've got more flowers left, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can always do some more.
That's gorgeous.
But it's so simple.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Because I have a lot of leftovers too when I'm making like samples and whatnot, and I usually save them like in an envelope, and then I'll use them in like one of my journaling layouts for the day, and just save them in a journal. That's nice. I like to know that you save those and then you have.
I do, and you know, if you've got ovals or the circles, that you can add that onto. That makes it even more of a real topper for the top of your card. They're lovely. I like playing.
All right, it's time for our winners. So we have
Fingers crossed.
3 prizes up for grabs. We're gonna announce 3 winners, but there's still a chance to win on the CraftStash blog, and I believe somebody has posted the link for you in the comment section so that you can head there and enter all weekend long. Make sure to share the replay with your friends so that they also have a chance to win. And let me show you what the blog prize is one more time. So it's the nested ovals from the new A5 collection. And it's also the actual A5 collection box kit, 22 dies in there, crazy. And then I lost the other.
And this is the one I've just shown you, all the different elements that are in it. So there's loads in there.
And this one. So that's up for grabs on the blog. Make sure to head there for a chance to win that awesome collection.
Fabulous.
All right. So, first prize. All right. You're going to get the birthday wishes, the ribbons, and one of the sentiment stamps. Let's check here for the winners. All right, drum roll. Marion McCormick says that she would cut out all the ribbon dies in horizontal strips beside each other and then make them a feature of the card.
You can do that, but you don't need to cut them out. You can actually use the die and keep it in the card and just move it down. And that will
so you just
cut you a really nice background.
Like
all
a
in
trellis,
one.
ornate background.
Yeah,
you
so
just
go on the
keep
blog
it
and I'll
done.
do videos to show you.
Nice. Well done, Marion. And our second prize up for grabs is the 6x6 box kit from a previous release, and the Lacy nested circles, which I'm so jealous because that's one of my favorite dies. so lucky. Drum roll. Dina Dries. I would use these beautiful dies on cards and boxes. I have plenty of ribbon here, and I could thread through and through. Love the flowers and the delicate leaves, very pretty. You can never have too many flowers and leaves.
No, I agree. Flowers, ribbons, and pearls.
And our third prize is the daisy flourish and the swirls. Debbie Holiday. She says that she would use the ribbon dies as a wrap on her cards.
Yep.
Firstly, cut it out, thread ribbon through it, and tie the ribbon at the front of the card into a bow. It would look so pretty on wedding invitations.
It certainly would.
Well done to the winners. You can send me an email, Jeanette@craftstash.co.uk with your mailing information, and I'll forward that to the right person. Or you can send us a message, a private message on Facebook with your mailing details. Thank you, Christina, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So excited. It's such a great show whenever you're here.
Oh, fabulous. You'll love it.
You will. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you, Christina, for coming. We'll see you soon. Bye.